Mark, I'm just not sure what Dimitrov is going to bring today. I'm interested to see what strategy he will bring over a best-of-5 set match.
Yeah, so that's a big question, isn't it? I mean, we both agree that he had the chances to defeat Federer up in Brisbane, was on the cusp there, unable to close the deal. So over 5 sets, does that make it more difficult for him?
My observation of Dimitrov is that he doesn't continue to push forward enough. He does it spasmodically in matches, but if you want to play that way and you want to win Grand Slams, which he has the talent to do, you've got to be doing it every single day, every week, especially in tournament play. He doesn't have a great ability to follow up. He'll do it well for a set, then backs off, and then he'll do it again in the 3rd set, but he doesn't do it consistently enough. Because, Mark, I don't see Dimitrov beating a Novak Djokovic or an Andy Murray from the back. And he finds himself in a lot of long rallies from the baseline, that ones where statistically he's just not going to beat them from the back.
Yes, I think here at the Australian Open at the last 2 years, it's been a matter of could-haves. 2 years ago, he went out to Rafa Nadal and he had the edge on Rafa for... He looked the winner, was playing like the winner until crucial moments. Last year, fantastic match against Andy Murray. Losing in 4 sets. That was a high standard, but came in 2nd place.
And what about Roger Federer? Has he played enough tennis coming into this year's Aussie Open? Made the final, Brisbane, but did get a bye. So 3 matches. Not a lot. It's not a lot.
Not a lot, but for someone of Federer's age bracket and caliber, I think that he wouldn't be overly concerned.
Accurate. 2-10 down the tee.
Advantage.
Got a pretty big serve without having the shape and variation like a Federer does. Federer has the little subtleties where he changes up his pace. A bit more kick and spin. Variation. More of a straight up and down server is Grigor Dimitrov.
Game.
Bit of a struggle, but he's on the board. Dimitrov leads 1-love first set.
First set.
And one would think this might be a type of a game that Dimitrov, he can have a good view at some of these returns. Federer's still got to be warming up that shoulder of his. So 145k second serve on the first point, and that one was at 137 k's. It's kind of Bit of mediocrity for Federer, really.
Shank forehand into the crowd. This one maybe just skipping off the court a little, catching Federer.
There's a shot right there for me. Is I kind of, frown a little bit. He's taking a big wind up on that backhand down the line, as if to, he wants to rip a winner. Unnecessary.
40. Game.
One game all.
One game.
Mark, you good friends of Roger Rashid and spent time on tour a lot. I'm sure you've had at length discussions with Roger about his experience working with Grigor Dimitrov.
I think what Roger Rashid brings to the equation for Dimitrov is that he is at times very undisciplined on the court. I mean, we said that he pulls the trigger perhaps when the shot is just not on, but Roger just kind of was able to help him prepare. Just become a little bit more professional. I'm not privy to that information as to why that partnership ended, because I do think that Dimitrov just needs to be, show a bit more professionalism and discipline when he's out on the court.
He's a great athlete, Grigor Dimitrov. I'm sure, I know for a fact, Roger Rashid helped him physically.
Mm-hmm.
Spent a lot of time in the gym.
Another strong area that Roger brings to any player that he's worked with.
Well, first break point opportunity goes Federer's way.
30-14.
Big serve there, going out wide. And
Perfect.
There's no reason why he can't go into that one-handed wing of Federer. Well, the top guys, they feel like Federer's nowhere near as lethal, or certainly off the return from the backhand. And there's another perhaps possibility for Dimitrov to drive the attack, move Federer out wide on the forehand wing.
Pretty lonely looking player box. Just two people in there.
Maybe he's going for quality, not quantity.
Rarity on the tennis circuit these days. Yeah.
Game.
Holding on here. Well done, Dimitrov. 2-1.
Dimitrov, 2 games to 1.
Close set.
Very much loved it. I thought I had an in when Roger Rashid was working with Dimitrov. Couldn't quite make it happen. I might have to increase my budget.
Just great timing
15 love.
from Federer. Makes his shot look so easy. Very quick to plant the foot. That's important, so he's nice and stable. Just backs himself to go right through the ball upon impact.
A shot of Federer's tennis shoe there with the 4 stars. And that signifies the 4 Australian Open titles that he's won here. He's hoping to make it number 5 and equal, there they are, equal Roy Emerson and Novak Djokovic.
I think also each slam that he wins, he's at 17 Grand Slams. He's at that level where if he could just win one more or even potentially 2 more, I think his record might be safe. If he can get a couple more, but I'm not so sure he can.
That he can, yeah.
You've got Novak Djokovic on the charge playing so well. If anything, it looks likely that Novak potentially might break his record of all-time 17 Grand Slams. How many is it Novak at? Is it 11?
Heading in that territory, yes.
Oh! 15 love.
And the return of Federer. And this is what, with the roof closed, Josh, that we were talking about, that it will help Federer. That ball, no elements come into the equation, and that backhand will also be able to come over the ball nicely. It will just be at hip level for Federer.
So we've worked out it's actually 10 Grand Slams Novak has won. So he's still got to win another 7 more. That's not that easy to catch Federer.
40-15.
Well, this is a play that Stefan Edberg really has helped Roger Federer, I believe. Chipping and charging. Just trying to find a way to make his game really relevant against these top players.
Out.
Just a little loose still early on in this match. Dimitrov, a couple too many unforced errors, allowing Federer to have opportunity on Grigor's service games. So far been able to serve his way out of any trouble.
Advantage Dimitrov.
Coming around the outside of the ball. Past the outstretched racket of Federer.
Game.
Dimitrov holding, leads 3-2, first set.
Dimitrov leads 3-2. Fifteen.
Well, this is a pretty impressive smash. Whilst he didn't hit it as clean as he would have liked. This is the first one. And then...
I mean, look how far back he is.
Well, if you let it bounce, it would have gone in. It would have been a perfect lob.
40-love.
Doesn't he do this well? Race through service games. Already 40-love. Swinging the pressure immediately back on Dimitrov. Dimitrov's had 2 service games that have gone to juice.
40-15.
Oh, you just saw that percentage between the two players, and it's an excellent stat for Dimitrov at 71%, I think it was. But Federer just pushes it to the limit, 88% win rate.
Well, maybe I spoke a little too soon, but
40-15.
now back to 40-30.
But the right time to throw it in there at 40-love, travelling really nicely, plays back-to-back serve volley points.
Game.
Just
Federer.
perfect serving from Federer. 3 games all.
3-2.
Really, his game is so perfect, Roger Federer, and there's not one part of his game that you really spend a lot of time and discuss, but the serve is just such a weapon. One of the best serves, I think, that the game's seen in the last 20 years. Pete Sampras probably a little more power. Maybe more of an aggressive server, Pete Sampras. But Federer, great change-up and disguise. Both very accurate servers.
I think I'd take about 1/10 of either of them. Well, it was offered a short ball thanks to the miss hit on that forehand by Federer. Dimitrov making sure he moves around. Anything on that centre third of the court, strike with the forehand.
That's
A little lucky here. Let cord.
15.
I was just about to give him some praise, Josh, about this forehand approach. He didn't go for anything too big. Not a bad volley there. If anything, he just needed more angle, but really beaten by the net cord.
Yeah.
It was the only way he was going to lose the point, it seemed.
Yeah, I like he covers the net well. He's dynamic with his movement. Gee, that's impressive. Change of direction. Brings up 2 break points.
15-14.
Out of nowhere. Just explodes onto this backhand.
And where he meets this, just above his hips, prime contact, lots of power.
All right, he's done it.
Game.
Roger Federer with the opening break here in the first set leads Grigor Dimitrov 4 games to 3.
Federer leads 4 games to 3.
New balls, Roger Federer to serve.
We should say we're not calling Federer a GOAT.
No,
Greatest of all time.
He sure is.
15-11.
When you talk about the greatest of all time, the Grand Slam records, I guess the proof is in the pudding with Rafa Nadal.
13-11.
He was on such charge there for a while. You know, a lot of people speculated and thought that he would pass Roger Federer's all-time record. He's at 14 Grand Slams, Rafa Nadal, and he's not looking likely to pass 17 with his form over the last year and a half. And Roger, he's lost a few close finals.
13-15.
Last couple of Wimbledon
Yes.
finals.
Yeah. Could have easily added to that tally.
Yep.
And we say this all mildly because, you know, we have Rod Laver, who twice won the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Sweet volley there. Precise. I always feel that Federer, one of the best at the first volleys.
14-15.
There's the steadying step, the balance, and takes that, well, almost a full step forward, meets it out in front beautifully.
Game Federer.
So an easy service game.
Federer leads 5 games to 3.
5-3. I mean, I know you're a great technician. I mean, does it get any better than that forehand volley? That was actually perfect.
It was,
Surely.
It was, just like camera.
You couldn't have.
Thank you. And anyone at home, this is how you want to hit a forehand volley.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Don't forget, the ball's coming, you know, at a very fast pace, the trajectory of it, and he that's what he does. I mean, it's baffling. He makes it all look very easy.
Lovely. Love.
Dimitrov perhaps a little untidy in his first 2 rounds as well. And the second round, played a couple of days ago against Trungelliti from Argentina. He only won 7-5 in the 4th set. But that was an extended match against really an unknown player. Extracted the error there, didn't he? That was just a bluff play, and that's what coming forward does to the opponents.
So the pro staff, evolved by Roger Federer. He's changed rackets a couple of years ago and brings up 3 set points.
It
took him a little while to come up with the change, to feel comfortable with that racket change. A bigger head, slightly wider string pattern. Been the best thing he could have done.
I'll support that move if he's gone to a wider pattern, more spin as well.
So saves 2. It's still with 1 left. You cannot afford to, if you're Dimitrov, just drop a set this quickly against Roger Federer. And then you have Roger serving first in the second set. That's good effort. Hits that one pretty well. He serves. Likes to go out wide on the big points on the ad court. May have been going long, I think. Federer just having a little bit of a look, but
he's flying through the air here, isn't he? Oof.
It's a strong hold from love 40 down. Great effort from Dimitrov. But it's the number 3 seed, Roger Federer, leading 5 games to 4 first set. Maybe more, it has to give him more shape of shot for sure. I think if you have a look, a few years ago, he used to miss-hit a lot more, given that it was a much smaller head and a tighter string pattern and a smaller sweet spot. So I feel like his ball striking has been cleaner. Well, he's done a good job here, Dimitrov, of hanging around. He's still in this. 15 all. And this is a great play. This is the difference, isn't it? Federer moves up into the court, prepared to take it on and attack into the backhand side. That's what this young man can learn from.
Federer going with the off-pace first serve, perhaps not quite finding the placement that he was after. Dimitrov able to pounce on the return and get the error.
opportunity. So really well done here, Dimitrov. Quick to turn things around.
Almost automatic. Federer down at break point. And his ability to find the first serve.
Well, it's been a great set of tennis for Roger Federer. Barely put a foot wrong. Brings up set point number 4. And he finishes it in style. Roger Federer takes the opening set in 48 minutes. Roger Federer directing all attack onto that backhand side. Great to see. Serve and volley point from Grigor Dimitrov.
The first time he's done it in the whole tournament.
What do you think Ivan Lubicic would bring to the game of Roger Federer? 36-year-old, just similar in age, maybe a year or so older.
Well, I understand that they've had a great friendship through from juniors. They've known each other.
Wives are good friends.
Right. Yeah, that's a question I'm not sure that I have an answer for, what he will bring. Apart from, great experience, Lubicic is managing a number of players, has worked with Milos Raonic over the last couple of years. Any thoughts of what the focus might be?
No, I think it's look, I thought it was a little bit surprising for me. I think Ivan's wife and Roger's wife Mirka get on very well. Good friends, Roger and Ivan, so maybe he's at the stage where he's had his long-term coach in Severin Luthi with him all the time, and yeah, I don't know, surprised me.
I guess that's what, as we follow the tennis world, that we always try and, break down as to the reasons why someone is playing well, why they're playing poorly, if they're a new coach, to try and understand it. But it's quite okay if they're good mates.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I guess there's not many people in world tennis where you would go, well, that's an obvious choice, or who could add to Roger Federer's game, really, that he wouldn't know himself, or Severin Luthi, his long-term coach.
Speculation was awry that it was more coming from the Balkan kind of area, that Ljubicic might know a bit about Djokovic's game and psyche.
That's well, it's great pressure here from Dimitrov, and he earns a break point.
The second time he has consecutive time on the Federer serve to see the break point.
And the second time he delivers with a great first serve.
Yep, same position, same direction, almost the same line that he caught.
And we'll see this forehand volley. This is a beauty. The ball dipping low, gets the racket face right out in front, and could just pushed it nice and deep.
He did. His head wasn't that far away from the racket head either, so he was got himself down. So Dimitrov doing easy to say, a better job. He was able to make Federer hit a half volley. But Roger not backing away from moving forward. It's 3 consecutive points. He's made his way forward, that time behind an attacking, aggressive forehand.
Gets out of trouble, Roger Federer. 1 game all.
1 game all.
Playing a somewhat of a limited schedule, Roger Federer, this season. There's the average first serve speed, pretty similar. And Dimitrov is just with a little faster at the moment. Will play the Olympics this year, Roger Federer. Playing mixed with Martina Hingis. Switzerland.
Doubles with Stan.
Wawrinka.
Yep.
Good chance of winning a medal, you think, in one of them.
30 love.
Played on hard courts in Rio, just before the US Open.
Lightness, first person. 40 love.
Dimitrov trying his hand at an off-pace first serve. Federer quick to react to it. Tough and deep return.
Game, Dimitrov.
Easy service hold for Grigor Dimitrov.
And play on the outside courts would be possible this afternoon. It hasn't cleared up just yet. 3 courts with roofs. Action taking place.
Lovely.
Way to take it on.
Lovely.
Really goes out looking for this. Makes it happen. Now real chance. Love 40.
Love 40. Federer is searching the ball on the left far sideline. The ball was rolled out.
Well, Federer thinks it's good, and Dimitrov is reacting like it's definitely out.
Yeah, definitely out.
Game.
So, whilst it was a great game for Dimitrov, somewhat casual by Roger Federer.
2 20s remaining.
Disappeared.
Lovely.
Has to be disappointed missing that forehand. That after the serve and had a good portion of the court to drive the forehand in. Doesn't need to hit it without too much margin. Nice response though with the serve.
32.
Well, that's wild. And now Federer with a break-back opportunity.
13-14.
Just shaped this one. Got up a little higher on Dimitrov. Really working hard physically there with the feet. Good shot there, camera shot. Perfect point from this man, Grigor Dimitrov. Forced to play a really high quality point. Came forward, and this is perfect.
Just amped himself up a little bit, hasn't he, Dimitrov?
Yeah, it's good.
The previous game at love 30, and Federer missed a ball, and he gave it a good fist pump and a come on as well. And it's continued on in this particular game. This would be awesome for him. Consolidate the break.
Game limit.
Well, he's playing well now, Grigor.
15 left.
With that percentage as well, Josh, that not enough players, when the standard of Federer drops with that serve, they're still not able to create or conjure a break of serve.
Halt. 15. Mr. Dimitrov starts to recall the right far sideline. The ball was called in. Mr. Dimitrov has 2 challenges remaining.
He was very confident there, Dimitrov, and didn't get it.
$14-15.
Just a slight miscue.
Game Federer.
So Federer holding 4-2. Dimitrov leads the second set. New balls and a new racket. New restring for Roger Federer.
Fifteen love.
Only just over hitting him.
Fifteen.
Great control on this bunt or block return as he pushes forward.
15.
So compact. Doesn't take a full swing.
With the ball dipping, this was actually not as easy as it may have looked. It's below the net. He couldn't really nail it or stick that volley. Quickly, it's Roger Federer with a couple of break back points up his sleeve here.
He played this backhand kind of short. You can see how low it is, and Dimitrov comes from high to low, trying to nullify the spin that Federer put on his backhand slice.
Oh, got the ball he wanted.
13-14.
Really surprised by this miss here.
Ace of shot from Dimitrov. The off forehand, forcing Federer to just lunge at that final backhand.
Advantage, Dimitrov.
Well, he's a little frustrated here, Roger Federer. Not often you see this. He's talking to himself, animated.
Focus.
It's a big game for him to win. Dimitrov.
Huge game. 5-2 lead now. One game away from leveling this match at 1 set all.
Dimitrov leads 5.
2 second set.
Fifteen love.
And as quickly that Federer can hold this game, just send all of the focus on Dimitrov, trying to serve out this set through to 40 love.
40 love. Lightness, first set.
So, Dimitrov, 5-3 lead. Full serve for this second set. Dimitrov's backhand has been brilliant this set.
That's a very handy position. This is not easy, but he's rebalanced, made sure he's just played it conservatively, asking the question of Federer on the backhand side.
Quickly races to a 40 love lead, so triple set point.
40 love.
And the number 27 seed, Grigor Dimitrov.
14-15.
Great overhead by Federer. And what impresses me is that after hitting this, look where he ends up. He's moved back in. It's not watching to see what's going to come back at him. He's just assuming that he's going to, if the ball came over, he had an easier volley.
So we're locked at 1 set all now.
16-3. 1 set. Federer to serve.
Anything obvious you see that Federer needs to do here, Mark, to get back on track?
Left processes.
I think he was saying no way that that was a let.
Right.
Maybe it cleared the net.
Left processes.
Well, that's a fantastic passing shot. So the Federer trying to put some pressure on. The play was too good, but Josh may be just looking at that first serve percentage. He's not winning as many free points as he would like, and Dimitrov's been able to at least get involved in the Federer service game by returning a few second serves.
Yeah, he's starting to lose these longer rallies now, Federer.
So I think as we've seen instances of this when Federer's first serve goes off, it places pressure on the rest of his game at the baseline, and he can make a number of errors.
Trying to pump himself up there, Roger. He's just such a great defender, Dimitrov. He's moving beautifully. He's getting a lot of balls back, making Federer hit that 1 or 2 extra shots per rally. Be happy with that. That's a good start. 1-love, third set.
First game, third set.
The final point. Dimitrov's backhand return not having the same effect. Gives time to Federer. Move over, play that forehand into the open court.
Love 15.
Federer just going back deeper to return this second serve, and maybe Dimitrov caught a glimpse of that, forcing the double fault. This is good pressure from Federer.
Love 13.
Still though, he's forced to play that extra ball from Dimitrov. Looks like Dimitrov's had a pretty big off season. Physically, he's worked a lot on his agility.
Lightness for something.
Sprung to life again, hasn't he, Roger Federer?
Love 14.
He's given himself a boost. Been able to extract himself out of a tough position the last service game.
Mr. Federer serves the ball on the left baseline. The ball is going out. Love 14.
Good body serve from Dimitrov. Still difficult if you're Roger Federer just to miss that return into the net, not even getting it over and providing an opportunity.
And he gets it. Roger Federer at the first break of the third set. True love lead.
Federer is 2 games to love.
This one just clipping the tape.
Propped up enough, didn't it, for providing ample time to Federer play the forehand.
Interested to see now how Dimitrov responds.
30-15.
Fantastic.
40-15.
Tremendous reactions from Federer. Winner number 10 off the forehand side.
Game Federer.
So Federer off to a flying start. 3-love lead. Third set.
Federer leads 3 games to love.
Little window of opportunity had gone past, and Federer gave himself a real lift and spoke to himself a couple of times, and 3-love.
Well, it was looking very rosy for Dimitrov. He played a great second set.
The players are
These guys have a pretty good relationship, and I'm pretty certain that Roger Federer would not want to have a loss to the baby Fed, as they called Dimitrov.
15.
Good serving, Dimitrov.
Federer leads 3 games to 1. %.
First serves in this set. 62 for the match for Dimitrov. Pretty even split there of first serve points won for Roger Federer on both sides. Lost in the third round last year, Roger Federer, to Andrea Seppi from Italy.
30-11.
It was a boil over, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Very unexpected.
4 sets.
I think over time, a number of years ago, seasons ago, Federer wouldn't have kept this attack going. And that's how he's evolved as he's getting a little older. Keep the point short. Quick game like that.
Quick game's a good game. 4-1 lead for Roger Federer. Third set.
4 games to 1.
Every seat taken. But Ljubicic not sitting in the front row.
I did think the same. I was thinking that's strange.
There have been a couple of times when Roger has, it seemed like, just spoken to them.
Which is unusual
in
itself. Would think if you're the coach, you'd be sitting front row for sure.
15-11.
So for me, I kind of like, well, who is the main coach?
And who do you look over if you're the player? Do you look to Severing or do you look to Ivan Ljubicic?
Oh, he loved that. That brought a smile to his face there, Federer. His reactions.
15.
This one just taking it early and watch out.
190 km/h winner. Still such a beautiful mover, Federer. Balanced, efficient.
Let's process. $40-15.
Does that seem too big to you, that backhand?
Not enough shape. The swing, yeah, it's big, there's no doubt, but when he makes mistakes on the backhand, for me, he doesn't get underneath the ball and shape it enough.
Yes.
Well, he needs to hold on here. Can't go down a double break. He's actually played a pretty good match to this point, Grigor Dimitrov. So a similar match for me was in Sydney final. Dimitrov played Victor Troitsky, and patches of brilliance from Grigor Dimitrov. He played a ridiculously good first set, won at 6-1. Then the second set he went away very quickly and then turned it back on in the third. And he has this, he just goes in and out of matches a little too often for me. And there's another break point for Federer. 2 of 10 break points. He's had a lot of opportunity, Federer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's loose. That's a very loose game. Federer 5-1.
And you can see Grigor just flexing that right arm. He's called for the trainer, which will come out on the next change of ends. Certainly those last few serves that he sent down were compromised. The first serve speed.
Yeah, not quite getting it. I thought maybe the timing as well wasn't great, but
he's got a challenge. I mean, that was well wide. Even when he led 40-love in that particular game, there were 2 of the rallies that he just tried
too much.
Yeah, I mean, rip the cover off the ball.
Geez, you've got good eye. Good eye. Good call. I know you're sitting
well wide.
Well.
It just felt like it was a case of too much. You know, he didn't need to.
Well, when I watched that second set, I kind of felt, can he sustain this type of hitting? Well, 15-30 now. Set's not over just yet.
So has now Federer been caught up in the backwash of the Dimitrov concern? Lackluster. There we go. Finds the first serve. Quite often, if you look down the other end, you see your opponent there. It looks like they've kind of surrendered a set. Sometimes you can fall into that same trap.
You can, it's easy. It's easy to get distracted.
I just saw a quick look at the coach's box there. Lubicic was in the second row on the far right, just right behind Severin Luthi.
Good little fake there from Federer. I thought that was going wide, but those little things, there's a shot there of what you're saying, Mark.
Advantage Federer.
I find that really surprising.
And a constant, what is here every year, 2 people that Federer invites over from Adelaide, the parents of his former coach, Peter Carter, Bob and Diana Carter. Roger flies them over, puts them up at a hotel.
That's the third set for Roger Federer. 2-1 lead for the world number 3.
It's Roger Federer took the first set 6-4. Dimitrov fighting back in the second, and Roger securing the third set at a canter. Let's get you back to your commentators, Josh Eagle and Mark Woodford. Enjoy the rest of the match.
Racket fair distance away from his body, wasn't able to control the return of Federer. See the quality of this second serve now from Dimitrov.
I don't suspect it's a major concern, injury or treatment that he received.
That was off the first serve. Federer making a glorious return and pouncing on that forehand into the open court.
So it's a good start for Grigor Dimitrov. His opening service game. Federer to serve. Just held it. Just waited till Federer got set here at the net. And you'll see here, just holds it a fraction and then fires it cross court.
Bit of a mistake from Dimitrov. This forehand
15.
just opened up the court. Anticipation from Federer as well. Got himself out of trouble. Serves just
lost
again. Yep, disappeared.
Well, it is. First serve's in 60%. It's okay. Big difference, though, for Federer if he gets that up from 60 to even 65%.
Yeah, he's just playing at a mere mortal level right now.
Yeah.
60%.
Yeah. I guess, Mark, what comes with it is he gets a lot more short balls back and he builds pressure with this when he hits his spots and gets his first serve in. That's what's hurting him at the moment.
Advantage Federer.
Superb depth from Federer. 1 game all, 4th set.
1 game.
Smart serve. Swinging into the body. Sliding into the body as opposed to the big kicker serve, which he can play as well. Great defense here from Federer. Doesn't look like he's actually moving that well or doing anything special, but he just does it so beautifully and with such efficiency that takes some serious skill.
Always watching the footwork of Federer, especially when, like that previous point, Josh, when he's pushed out at end range and how quickly he can recover. It's not just getting out there, but it's the point of getting back into home base.
I guess his anticipation helps that as well. How good's this? Times this magnificently. Just a little jab at it and follows it in.
It's a shot that helped create the breaker serve in the first set. Very similar point.
Yeah, he opens up the court, doesn't he, by putting this little short chip cross-court return in. Just pushing it slightly wide, though, this time.
Dimitrov.
Bit of a sloppy end there for Federer. Dimitrov leads 2 games to 1, 4th set.
2 games to 1.
Notice where the arm goes a bit dead or a bit dull. You lose the fire, the ability to fire the arm.
30 love.
Just doesn't look like he's putting much effort into this. But this is 147 kilometres an hour.
It's just too good. It was a handy return from Dimitrov, quickly onto the toes of the oncoming Federer.
Game.
Snap. Yeah, how fast that game.
Yeah, fast game.
2-2. Lovely thinking.
Gee, this could be so costly. No pressure whatsoever, and just really had to just get it in the court.
Sometimes when you have the whole court to volley into, your eye just keeps watch on the player up the other end. He saw that Federer was not coming back for it. Puts you off.
Good deep volley, though, from Dimitrov. This one was not an easy volley, but that is not a... This one here, this is a hard volley. Digs it out, sitting duck.
Wasn't quite set. Look at the finish. He went through it.
Would have brought up 3 break points. We saw this in the second set where sort of hitting his way out of trouble. Oh, this could be shot of the match, really, at this stage of the game.
Takes your breath away. Majority of the time, Dimitrov was on top of that rally, really, until the last backhand.
Solid game from Federer to finally get a break. Leads 3-2, fourth set. So Roger Federer now looking somewhat comfortable. 2-1 and 3-2 with a break. Mark, I don't know how you feel, but he hasn't had it all his own way today, Roger Federer. It's been a tough match. Scoreline may not look it, and it may not, even right now, 2-1 and a break, but this is a tight contest. He's really had to play well, Roger Federer.
And he hasn't been languishing behind the baseline either. 36 times that he's come into net.
Well, back under a little bit of pressure again here, Roger Federer. 15-30. The odd backhand miss like that has just cost Dimitrov today. A lot of times he's been 15 all or 15-30 on Federer's serve, and it's just been one loose shot. And a typical response from Roger Federer under pressure, delivering with that first serve. 10 aces so far today. Simply unbelievable.
I could think of him making one pass up the line, but most of his attempts have gone cross-court. Look at that racket, that flick. Whoa!
I think he knows it's wide.
So if he knows it's wide, why is he challenging? That's
maybe just
his record's not flash when he throws out the challenges.
Maybe just to slow things down. There's no real chance here. Get back on track here, Dimitrov. What a response. But Mark, I feel like Dimitrov from the back, he's all guns blazing at the moment, and he's hitting big and going for it. I think there's nothing wrong with going for it by being aggressive coming into the net. That's good stuff, isn't it? He plays such a free-flowing baseline game and trying to hit Federer off the court almost, but take that mindset and be aggressive pushing forward.
I think you're implying that there's no thread.
Yeah.
There's just, I'm just going for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game, isn't it?
We've seen Federer, try and plot his way. He plans. He's hitting to a particular area of the court with a purpose so that it opens up for the backhand line. And we're not quite seeing that with Grigor. And that's probably, the book on him as to why he hasn't really been able to embrace all of this natural talent that he has, or harness it.
Because I'm just not. You just can't play like that. You can't just keep swinging that aggressively and think that you could. They're just going to keep going in. Good to watch, though.
15. Out. 30.
34 years of age, Roger Federer. Got 10 years on Dimitrov. Dimitrov 24. Still playing as well as ever. At 34 years of age. What a long career.
Yeah, I know that when I played until I was 35, and clearly not at this level on the singles court. But once I reached 34, just started to feel it a few more times. Just the power to recover in between matches. We're still playing singles and doubles at the time. He has the, more often than not, he's not competing in the doubles court, but he is still going very deep in all of the singles events that he plays.
He rarely loses early in tournaments. Oh, this is starting to look a little nasty here for Dimitrov. Must hold on here.
But you also have to say that these last few serves, he hasn't been able to send down at full power, and Federer has just anticipated and attacked the return.
It's like he's distracted with his arm now. It's
The
really,
focus is on that, yeah.
yeah, it's gone. This has to be a virtual match point, Mark, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Oh, without a doubt. Missed one of those forehands in the final of Sydney, if I remember.
You'd like to see him hold on here. He's played well for parts, I believe, Dimitrov. I'd love to see him try and just ask the question of Roger Federer. Well, 164, 167. It's a good 40 kilometres slower than what he normally serves at.
Advantage limited.
Well, the control of that return of serve by Federer, knifing it with precision down the line, executed perfectly.
Advantage limited. Dimitrov.
And there's a change of service direction. He has gained point, and he's been able to survive or stay in the game when he's serving to Federer's forehand, but changes it to Federer's backhand, who sent it back with a little bit of something. He's been winning the points by serving to Federer's forehand in this game.
Yeah. 4 of 14 break points, not great for the Fed.
Second serve was almost better than the first serve.
Dimitrov.
Survives Dimitrov, but it's still a long, long way back. Federer leads 4-3, fourth set.
Federer leads 4-3.
So Roger Federer in a comfortable position, 2-1, 4-3 lead, fourth set. This is probably where, at the moment, Dimitrov is more dangerous. He's just really going for everything, as opposed to serving three-quarter pace. Not easy to play against an opponent who's just in this frame of mind.
15.
Yeah, and for Federer, could have been serving for the match right here. A little sloppy in that previous game.
Thirty, 15.
Too good. Once again, just showing what incredible talent this man has Dimitrov. His ball striking's been beautiful. That is, for me, probably been the real highlight of the match for Federer. Every time, well, he's been under pressure, Mark, he's just delivered with great serves at a lot of 30-all points, juice points. Federer pretty convinced it's long. Yep, he gets it right. So 5-3 lead.
Federer is 5 games in front. Dimitrov has 2 challenges remaining.
So even for what could be a minimum of 1 game, and he's hoping for a maximum of 2 games, he's going to bring out a fresh frame. He doesn't want to break the routine.
No. Why would you? That's good stuff. So 1 game away now. Roger Federer leads 5 games to 4, 4th set.
Federer is 5 games in front.
Federer coming out and try and close out this match. Chance to move on through to the 4th round. Perfect start. Pushed it down the line. It was probably a harder shot than what it actually looked, but moving forward, trying to get enough spin quickly up and down on the ball. job of absorbing this pace and power. Roger Federer brings up 2 match points.
14-15. Mr. Federer is on the left center service line. The ball was called out.
Another one of these challenges. Famously famous for not getting them right.
It's like he just tests to see if it's working.
Yeah.
14-18. Federer has 1-2
with another match point. No problems. Roger Federer is a 4-set winner over Grigor Dimitrov.